Hi everyone, welcome. If you're in project management, construction, or engineering, or you're looking to move into one of those fields, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about mastering project scope. This is Module 4 of PM IntelliHub's course, Introduction to Project Control. Mastering project scope is one of the most foundational skills for managing projects successfully. This module will equip you with the knowledge to define, manage, and control your project scope, laying the groundwork for achieving your project goals. By the end of this video, you'll understand not just what project scope is, but how to control it, define it, and protect your project from what we call scope creep. Let's jump in. Before we dive into scope itself, let's talk briefly about project control. This is the discipline of planning, monitoring, and controlling a project's cost, time, and performance. Scope is a core component of this. If you don't have a clearly defined scope, you can't accurately budget or schedule the project. So, when we say control, it's not just about being strict. It's about clarity, structure, and staying ahead of problems. So, what is project scope? It's the defined work needed to deliver a product or service. Think of it as the foundation of your project. A well-defined scope sets clear boundaries, ensures everyone from your team to your stakeholders has the same understanding, and provides a stable baseline for all future decisions. Project scope is simply the work that needs to be done to deliver the project's outcome. It includes all the features, functions, and deliverables that define success. Get the scope wrong, and everything else, schedule, budget, quality, starts to unravel. Managing scope involves several key processes. It starts by collecting requirements from stakeholders to define the work that needs to be done and the deliverables that need to be produced. From there, you define the scope, create a work breakdown structure, or WBS, validate the scope with stakeholders, and finally, control the scope throughout the project's lifecycle to prevent unauthorized changes.
Think of scope like a fence. It tells everyone what's inside the project, and just as importantly, what's not. That clarity helps manage expectations and keeps decision-making focused. A crucial document is the Project Scope Statement. It provides a detailed description of the project's objectives, deliverables, and boundaries. This statement is key to aligning stakeholders' expectations by clearly stating what the project will and will not deliver. It includes acceptance criteria, constraints, and forms the baseline for controlling any changes.
Here comes a powerful tool, the Work Breakdown Structure, or WBS. It's like the project's DNA. It breaks the scope into manageable chunks so you can plan, estimate, assign, and control. It takes the total scope and breaks it down into smaller, more manageable pieces called work packages. This hierarchical decomposition provides a clear visual map of the entire project, helps prevent gaps, and is the foundation for all your planning, scheduling, and budgeting.
The WBS is a versatile tool, as you can see from these examples. It can be visualized in different ways, from simple hierarchical diagrams to more detailed Gantt charts. These formats can be used to assign responsibilities to team members, plan costs and budgets, and create detailed project timelines.
Here's a practical example of a WBS for a commercial project. You can see the project is broken down into major phases like initiation, planning, execution, control, and closeout. Each phase is then further broken down into specific tasks. This structure makes a large, complex project much easier to manage and understand. A WBS isn't just for planning, it's a control tool. It helps with assigning accountability, budgeting, verifying work, and managing changes. It's a visual framework for staying in control. A well-structured WBS clarifies task ownership, which ensures accountability. It allows for accurate budgeting and scheduling. It also facilitates scope verification, making sure all work is accounted for. And most importantly, it's your best defense against scope creep by clearly defining what's in and out of the project.
Now, let's talk about a major project pitfall: scope creep. This is the uncontrolled expansion of a project scope, often from small, undocumented changes. It can be caused by a poorly defined initial scope or stakeholder pressure. The impact is significant, leading to budget overruns, schedule delays, and a strain on your resources.
To fight scope creep, you need a formal change control process, and the results will speak for themselves. You can formally approve necessary scope changes while preventing incidents of scope creep. This, in turn, helps you avoid cost overruns and mitigate schedule slips, keeping the project aligned with its original goals.
To wrap up this section, mastering scope control is absolutely critical for project success and is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Effective scope management ensures your project stays on track and meets expectations. It requires continuous monitoring and proactive control to prevent delays and budget issues. Projects that clearly define and manage their scope are far more likely to succeed. So take the time to write a strong scope statement, build a solid WBS, and enforce a simple change control process. Trust me, it'll save you time, money, and stress.
When you have a robust change control process, the results speak for themselves. You can formally approve necessary scope changes while preventing incidents of scope creep. This, in turn, helps you avoid cost overruns and mitigate schedule slips, keeping the project aligned with its original goals. As this diagram shows, it's a cycle. A stakeholder identifies a change, the project manager documents it, the change control board reviews it, and if approved, the project manager assesses the impact, baselines the changes, and the team implements them. This structured process is vital for managing scope effectively. In conclusion, effective scope management is not just a preliminary step, it's an ongoing process that is fundamental to successful project management. By clearly defining your scope, creating a robust management plan, and proactively controlling changes, you ensure your projects stay on track, meet stakeholder expectations, and ultimately achieve their desired outcomes.
Thanks for watching. If this helped you understand how to master project scope, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more lessons in project control. See you in the next video.